Alright, I just got done with leg day. I want to sit down, relax, be happy, enjoy myself. Surely I will not be put through pain and disappointment to be let down like I was in the past 2 games. Surely these guys won't fucking troll me. Well, it's starting in like in 2 minutes. This must have been a remake or something. There's no way these guys are like speedrunning this starting this fast. It takes like 5 minutes to discuss everything. Usually, most of the time, we don't get into the game until like 10 minutes. And okay, now someone's AFK. There's no way, dude. There's no, like, is this... Okay, thank God. Alright, who's Zerg? We've got Save Ares, no DC. Yeah, surely that class is weak. And Trash Jizer. Let's see what they're picking, actually. Actually, it shows it up here. Spoilers. Kerrigan plus Neadra. Okay. We've got an Elementalist. We might see some abuse with some, like, Lightning Storm or some disgusting build. Anything else particularly interesting? Helios? They might go really heavy push. The team is looking very push heavy. 2 champions. Garfield, DT, Spirit. I mean, Spirit and champions could make a pretty scary base. We'll see what they go for though. Alright, does he hit the scan? He doesn't hit the scan. Oh. If he's paying attention to the minimap, that kind of tells him a lot, actually. Because Garfield had to make the Hellion out of the barracks there. And of course, now that Garfield's eco has changed, you no longer put units in outhouses for eco. Means his barracks is almost always either on top of his eco or very, like, in the same quadrant of where he builds his eco. Because you build it, then you place the barracks to get out the Hellion. So they should know that Garfield has eco top right somewhere. They are panning over it with their camera. Hopefully they do find it. Got a bit of competition going on here for the gas. Yeah, fortunately champion does move away. Is this the same Spirit? It is. That's a huge investment in early outposts. 2 outposts. I do like it because you get to use the vision ward for one of them and then your hero's vision for another. He's got the wall up, so if they try to send a Ling Ball here, they'll target it around this area. The wall will block it, kind of like it does when someone builds eco, and all those Lings will run to the low ground. Definitely early game mineral investment, but you know, if you get gas out of it, it's very worth it. But unfortunately, at the moment, they're not really sending anything over here. They're doing some nice creep harass. DT might take some health damage, but he does regen if he does. Doesn't even take health damage, so he can still play pretty risky. We've got Elementalist on the other side. Champion, I mean, it's kind of fine for him to stay on the same side as someone. You can't really do much creep clear in a Centurion, or even a Tellus. It's kind of difficult. So he's kind of just there to eat up some Lings and help the DT push in. Garfield might join as well. With Garfield's scan, it could actually be a lot of creep race going on. Uses the Shadow Fury on creep and doesn't back off. He's definitely, yeah, good reaction. So as Neadra gets near, the Lings get detection to see the DT. So once they start hitting him, he knows to immediately back off. They do get both extraction wards. That's 10 gas. Extraction wards feed a lot. They never found this eco, sadly. Well, they did find this. Hopefully he salvages those after the Lings leave. If he even knows they're there at all. How are they doing on the map, actually? Pretty good spread. They're doing well. They're spreading out. Like to say, it always makes me very sad when you see a pre-made and everyone's in one spot or one side of the map, especially early game. No need for that. Oh, here we go. A bit of chase going on. Did see the Ice Orb was on the Kerrigan there to slow her down. I mean, Garfield should be fine. He doesn't have Sticky Bomb anymore, but he should just outrun it. What is his move speed? 335 versus 3. So yeah, what are the Lings? 3.5. I mean, they could have sent Lings after the Warfield, but then the Elementalist just gets fed. Hopefully Prophet realizes. Kerrigan also realizes they'll just target though, but it seems... Well, no, Kerrigan did realize, the Prophet didn't. Speaking of, yeah, they are still up here. Bit unfortunate, probably slows down his eco a bit, but I don't know how much time he wants to spend on placing extraction wards anyway. This early on, he's probably more interested in placing vision and explosive wards. Yeah, currently he's got 0 eco going on. He's holding 3 wards, plus the 3 that are down here. Oh, this is... Oh fuck, that's bad. Does he get both? I guess we'll see, but like, where is Spirit at the moment? He just can't... I mean, yeah, it definitely gets both. This guy is sad as hell, yeah. Well, Spirit got, I assume, reset. We'll see how much they're holding. 300. Yeah, the champion came back to try and help, but it was far too late. Just way too far away from it. That's very sad. I do like this eco. Don't know how well it's going to do. Creep will get there pretty fast. And of course, a lot of area for the Lings to run in. Where's the Kerrigan off to now? They should be, they're Ling balling. We'll see what they're up to. Oh, they found the eco. I do like that. Maybe if there were a rock here, and if... I mean, they did have good creep harass, so... I was going to say if they also had good creep harass, but they did, so... what the fuck? I don't want to say anything, dude. I could get banned from this website if I say what I want to, I think. They will probably go straight to this eco. Helios should be fine. They should have fungal now. No, not quite. They're not quite level 3. The kill there gives them a lot of XP, but they're not quite there. Once they clear this, they should be level 3, and if they get a fungal on Helios while they're out in the open, they could be in trouble. If she's near an edge, then it's fine, because the Lings won't be able to surround her. But if she's like down here, and most of that gets out good, and gets fungaled, Kerrigan plus Lings can surround her, and it should be a dead Helios. But looks like they're fine. Kerrigan is indeed level 3, but the Helios is in a very safe position, even if they do get found, which it looks like they aren't. Explosive ward, maybe? Looks like he did end up salvaging those extraction wards, and we do get an explosive ward. Good awareness by the Zerg. Should just be able to auto it down. I mean, they're going to target, and then, and then target the crystal. Good. No need for a salvage there. Just defend it. Unless, like, I guess they want to move out, but the thing is, yeah, he's even placing an extraction ward. You should just re-eco here. This guy should place an explosive ward, and he should just have units there. Sure, Kerrigan comes in this situation, and then you salvage. But in a lot of situations like this, where a lot of the times, Kerrigan does not come, and they have to keep sending more Ling balls. Eventually, Roaches, and Roaches would make you salvage in this situation. Champion's not that far ahead, but you could have, in most cases, got a lot more out of that. But in this case, Kerrigan did come, and they would have had to salvage pretty fast anyway. Unfortunately, they're probably also going to have to salvage this. I hope they delay it a little bit. Elementalist should be keeping an eye on the Kerrigan, and he kind of does attack her to lead her downwards to bring him, bring the Kerrigan downwards instead of letting them go to the right. Worked out pretty well. Now he gets to keep this eco, which is huge. I actually wasn't paying attention. If he chronoed it before the Kerrigan left, and the Kerrigan went up there, that would have been, Champion would have been fucked. And it seems like they kind of are. They still find it. Champion is holding 17 gas. He's going to have to chrono these, and he's going to lose all that gas in chrono. Like, this is rough for Champion. When you when you salvage a chronoed structure as Champion, it's just such a huge setback. You lose so much gas on it, such a gas-heavy class. So this guy is very sad right now. He probably isn't going to be able to chrono those. Maybe one of them. But where's the Spirit Eco? I saw he had a little bit in there. He took it out as Kerrigan was getting close, which is fair enough. Yeah, he has managed to get a bit more in his eco, but he is so behind for this point in the game. Losing, pretty much getting set back to starting eco earlier on was massive. How's this Helios doing? Helios, I mean, they should be doing pretty standard. No Haven yet. Yeah, they just made a press. They should have no Haven yet. Maybe in a minute or two they might get it. DT is at +2. Okay, he must have just salvaged. He is holding 2k, which is actually a really, really low amount for having to salvage, but he can build up eco very fast. Very fast eco, that class. He does have a few clones out as well, which means his gas income will be okay, unless he uses them to defend eco, which is also a good option to have. No salvage. Okay, there we go. Yeah, a bit late. Spirit's still trying to get back in the game. I mean, if this goes unfound for long enough, they can absolutely be in a fine position. DT gets found. He might not even realize until too late. Kerrigan will be able to dash through the clones, spawn units, and he sets off all of the volatile shards at once, which allows Kerrigan to make more Lings and get a few kills there on the eco. He didn't even get too much gas out of it. I mean, he's holding 167. Gas is not his problem. He just needs minerals, which is great. If he can just sit somewhere and defend the eco, like, you should re-eco here. Kerrigan, your assume is going to leave, which they absolutely did. They TP'd. Where did they TP to? To top right. Or top left. No, top right. But also, not many teammates are around the side of the map, so just re-echoing there, waiting for Kerrigan to leave and re-echoing is good. If they come back, sure it sucks, but it means that's more time than not spending harassing 7 of your, or 6 of your teammates. I guess someone's dead. I don't even know if he's doing anything. I think he just died. It was like, fuck this. I'm gonna go make a coffee or something. Oh, no, he's not in trouble. It's Neandra. She can't run across. I was thinking maybe Zagara, but no, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say if it were a Zagara or a Glivig TP on top of them, Bile or the slow thing from the ensnare from Zagara could have put him in a lot of danger. But no, it's fine versus Neandra. Even if she were there, she doesn't have the slow to really be too much of a threat in that situation. He does have to salvage this Warfield salvage quite a bit. Yeah, so he's definitely behind, but he's not in a terrible spot. Is the Spirit though? The Spirit's, yeah, I mean the Spirit's in a terrible spot. They don't have enough gas to even get all their deposits. They can get one more 1k right now, but they're definitely not happy about how things are going. Okay, the Ghost has got his coffee. He's back. Well, for a second I thought that was the real one, and he has decided to make a little bit of map control, which is good. Definitely should always be trying to help out your team as a Ghost, especially in pre-mates, especially when you die so early. You know, it's you got to kind of make up for that mistake somehow. And he is now going to get some control for his team on that top right side of the map. Kerrigan kind of sitting up there, I think maybe planning to try and get a jump on the Warfield if he went for some creep harass, but Warfield is just passing through. They are probably going to assume that he has eco down here since he just had to salvage top right and was kind of, they knew he was kind of mid-right as it happened. Now he's moving back upwards. They might not find it, unfortunately. I mean, they scan. You should probably know something is likely to be here. Does he send units? He doesn't. Bit unfortunate. That should be fine. Just jump out. Yep. Annoying that you lose Talus, especially after salvaging so much. He's had some eco. Oh, that's a bit concerning. The Helios scouts up for him. Oh, and yeah, the bad timing. I was gonna say, you should probably salvage. If there are just roaches sitting here, that's not like a trap or anything. There's no outpost that they were sent to clear. No one makes an outpost on this low ground, you know. They're clearly sent there for a reason, and the reason is probably to snipe your eco. So, when you see that, you kind of do have to salvage and give the Zerg the benefit of the doubt that they know it's there. This gets found as well. Oh, that is so depressing, man. Fitting name, I suppose. Is he full wiped? No. Okay, he's still holding 1200, but he is, you know, maybe play a little bit of RPG Talus or something. One unit, maybe just go for the upgrades and sit in the base leeching XP if they do end up going for a base. If they end up pushing, I mean, there's not much he's going to be able to do, but maybe he can eventually scale up an eco. Hopefully. He is getting some XP here, which is good. He's going to have some difficulty versus that huge Hydra Ball. Like, if he gets scanned, he loses Talus. He does not want to have to make another gateway plus Talus. Like, he's already far behind enough. But definitely worth the risk. You want to get that XP. That's pretty much his way of getting back into the game or contributing at this point. No Explosive Ward. I mean, at this point, just put it on autocast. It's, I don't know, I haven't played much Profit, but I think the autocast seems to be quite reliable. It doesn't really seem to go off randomly on small amounts of lens. I could be wrong though, maybe it does. But yeah, unfortunately some missed Explosive Wards. How's Spirit doing upgrade wise actually? 3-1. We can check their Forge actually. They are getting some more health, some more damage, some vision. They don't have attack speed upgrade. I assume they're going to go straight to 3 attack, but at this point, like, Zerg have 2 armor incoming actually, but I was going to say 1 armor and Ling health. Need like 6 attack for that, I believe. Now they have 2 armor, they're going to need 9 attack, or 2 6 attack turrets. How does DT die here? Okay, so as Eco gets scanned, he is kind of still behind, so I can imagine he gets pretty greedy with it. Not that this is greedy, he should be defending it. Does he just go to clear... Oh my god, he goes to clear creep and just dies to Neandra, doesn't he? We will see, we will see. He's got Blink, he's got Shadow Fury. He should be safe if he reacts fast. Does he walk up here or something and just go far too deep? I was going to say, yeah, if he sends a clone up here, he can easily blink up. What's he looking at? Okay, nah, what's he looking at? Oh no, he's looking at his other eco. Now it's main eco, and he doesn't even hear that his hero is under attack. I mean, it's fine, it's fine. Survivors are not out of the game. Pretty big mistakes, but it's, I mean, it's not really fun actually. So many people have lost eco. Let's see if the Haven's out at least. This guy should hopefully have a Haven. Not this guy. What's the Kerrigan up to, by the way? She's just clearing stuff. I mean, he has a lot of workers. Okay, I did see a Haven. Oh, he goes a lot of preservers, actually. Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, if most of those are priests, this guy, I don't know how he did. He's insanely rich. But maybe two maybe two Havens? I don't know. Definitely one at least. This guy is rebuilding the eco, the champion. I mean, how much gas is he holding? Was that a TP? It was. He should have more than enough for ages. Yeah, he does. So at least he can chrono everything. She does TP up to top mid. Ghost Nova is not going to achieve much. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, okay, he does see it. That's so fucked. That might... okay, well, they're at plus 100 a second. Helios is very rich, but this is definitely dying. Yeah, so they must have one or two more Havens somewhere, but that drops them to how much? Plus 90 a second? Yeah, no, they're not. Around plus 85, they're not in a bad spot. I mean, they're still primed to honestly carry the game. I feel like they're going to have to. Too many people are too far behind. He does have a lot of priests, actually. Interesting. Must have had a lot of gas. This... Okay. If Nedra stormed there, you know, Helios would have had to drop out of the moon and maybe been in danger. It's not really. There aren't that many units down here, but... Definitely should have, you know, you definitely should storm there, because who knows, maybe the Helios fucks up and doesn't unload in time and they would have died. Or in this case, they've got the sun in the moon as well, so maybe they would have unload all clicked on the moon to drop all the cargo. And then if it drops sun out first and the Helios second, they would have died as well with the delayed unload. So definitely big missed opportunity from the Niagara there. Looking at creep, it's actually fucking terrible, isn't it? They've got a little bit around the right and top side. Well, a decent amount. I mean, they did almost cut it. Got pushed back a bit, which is nice. It's almost cut on the right side. But left side, it seems to have been pushed pretty heavily. Oh, that's not... No. That's not the real elementalist. Real elementalist should have, like, no health. Can't even find him, this fucker. Where is he? Yeah, no health. But Kerrigan isn't nearby, it seems. Hydras are, but yeah, spells should take care of that. Kerrigan is actually top right. Maybe finds... is that a salvage? It is. Fair enough. They do find the Warfield Eco. This guy's had to salvage quite a bit. But, I mean, he's just steadily staying, like going along. I don't think he has a second Eco. Should be able to check, actually. Oh, he does? Okay, he does. No, oh, he's still got this Eco, of course. Because this never got found. Okay, that's huge, actually. He's in a good position. This should get cleared unless the Hearse... Never mind. I will not... Yeah, okay. Well, at least Warfield has 2 Ecos up still, so he should be in a pretty good spot. Niadra's no real threat here. Not enough units around to be much of a risk to the Helios. Kerrigan's not around, so it's not like they can jump on her. You know what? Champions kind of got him back into the game quite well. They've, I assume, not lost too much eco since, maybe a salvage or two, but they are ecoing up. They're currently floating 6k. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, Helios is still in a good spot, it's fine. But yeah, floating 6k, what are their upgrades? 2-2. They've got the Talus upgrades. They're not in a bad spot, honestly. And the Spirit's probably going to be in a bad spot still, yeah. I mean, attack speed upgrades coming out. That is what I was going to say earlier before DT died. If you're not going to get enough attack upgrades to either 1-shot or 2-shot lings, definitely just go for the attack speed. In this case, he has gotten some attack speed. He should probably get more attack damage, though. I mean, it's fine. He's making big outposts. A lot of towers each outpost is fine. They'll kill lings well enough. Dude, what is going on? Did he just die to... Oh, there's a Chronoid Haven up there. That's nice. Did he just die to Niadra? Oh, he did. Fucking hell, he did, didn't he? I guess... Okay, what's the bet? Does Niadra just run at him and Primal Roar and kill him? Does he try to jump out and then just gets target fired anyway? Does he try to jump in another Talus and it's too low health? I'm going to bet on the first one. Okay, he jumps out and gets target down anyway. It was the second one. Thank God we didn't put anything on the bet. So they're doing roaches. They're not patrolling the roaches though. They do have hive roaches. They have the hive upgrade for the roaches. He should be patrolling the roaches instead of just letting them sit there idly. Patrol them on this ramp, for example. Be harder for units to get by. Fortunately, they do end up running into the roaches anyway. But like patrolling here, they could defend this whole area with much less roaches, and then have some over here defend this and this. It's just a way better to patrol. They're actually going for a base. So Spirit, not good when it comes to damage in this situation. They've got poor damage upgrades, but they can really be annoying with this 6 health upgrade and maybe some better shield battery placement. They could really take up a lot of time for the Kerrigan to break through. Is he putting eco into the planetary? He's not. I mean, he's quite rich, the Warfield. He's at plus 135. He's going heavy on sentry bots, so their Hydra / Ling Clear is going to be great. If roaches come in, they're going to have some problems. But they also have a great spot to retreat to on this high ground while the Spirit builds up. Yeah, Kerrigan's going to get some Hydras on the high ground here. Problem, it's Hive Hydras as well. They're going to break this rock. They have great damage if they can build up a Hydra count, but they're like breaking a base for nothing. There's no real eco in this base. They're kind of just breaking it to make sure that the survivors don't have something to sit in safely and build up. But if they do break it, it's fine. Like, this is not a bad choice. It's just that it's going to be very difficult when there's no eco in here. He does opt for Pigger plus Hydra. It's 28 minutes in, so it's not a bad choice. And it's going to help this push a lot, because just Hydra is going to melt to these Archons and these Sentry bots and Xanthos really easily. When you've got some Pigger frontline, because Lings aren't going to work first. When you've got some Pigger frontline, it makes it way easier. Of course, Neandra doesn't give a fuck. She can just auto-spawn roaches, really. They did break it quite easily. But again, they didn't shut down eco or anything. It's just kind of stopping the survivors from getting a foothold on this position. And it will be harder to base here later. They did break that rock, which is pretty nice. But still, this eco up. Got this eco up still. And then, you know, Helios is just, she's fucking everywhere. You can't really shut down that eco unless you get lucky. It's not something you can easily find. Maybe throwing out the occasional scan to try and find havens, but the haven placement is actually very smart. Oh, blink down. He does have recall and Xanthos still. He should be fine. He actually does recall out. He's feeling a bit in danger. He recalls all the way across the map, so he's fine, but he can't really help this, if you could call it a base anymore. But they might want to rebase top left or something, or maybe go for a push. There are some Archons pushing. Anyway, as I was saying, the haven placement is great. Usually you see people put them in corners or something. Pretty much very obvious places, and often you can just patrol a corner with a Ling. If you see a shimmer of the cloak, you scan there and probably get something. But in this case, the Helios is placing them in positions very hard to find. This Elementor should be absolutely fine. How's this Neandra going? They're still kind of clearing everything around there, not on creep to defend, but there aren't that many units. If they just controlled some roaches, that'd be fine. This guy gets out, right? Mana drain, nice. He does mana drain. He doesn't have the mana for Fungal though. Fungal would be huge. But Ellie's just too fast and Kerry's just too slow when she runs over an Ice Orb. Might run into a Haven. I mean, yeah, Ellie, like, I was worrying about, you know, this guy might die. He's getting chased by Kerrigan. He doesn't care. He just runs back in and throws a fireball at them. Thank God he managed to hit it. I've seen this guy miss a fucking few in my lifetime. But he does, he doesn't, he's not scared of Kerrigan. Kerrigan can pretty much realistically do nothing to him when he's when you've got a little bit of distance in between the two heroes. This push is, like, look at the creep. The creep is just a square inside a mid, basically. Other than this, a little bit of creep out here. Creep out there is nice for trying to, you can kind of confirm that they are top right and top left, unless, you know, you weren't watching and the Warfield snuck through here. You pretty much know he's in the top area of the map, and they can't really pass through here without alerting the Zerg. They can easily clear the creep, but it means you have a good idea of where the heroes are until it's cleared. They do get on top of this eco and they actually full clear it. Massive, actually. Like, this eco is still up, but that's a fucking huge setback. He's still at plus 120. It'll drop. I don't know how much, maybe down to like 110. But like, he's still in a good position, but that is a huge loss. Spirit's still in the game though. I mean, they're still very behind. It's 33 minutes in and they're just over half of their upgrades are done. They are getting a bit more, but at least they're alive, you know. Huge setback in the early game, but at least they lived, and they're still putting on some pressure, while their teammates that are ahead are they are fucking rich. This guy's just massing annihilators at this point. He's opting for pushing. We see them rallied mid. Meanwhile, Kerrigan is kind of pathing towards it. There's not too much map control. The pushing that the Helios is doing is very one-sided. It's all from this area. He has opted to send the units back to try and slow down Kerrigan, which is smart because this is all you've got. You've only got this area of the map. It's not like you're doing an all-sides push. It's pretty much this is pretty much a base, which if it goes down, you pretty much lose all your map control, and you will, as Helios, pretty much never be able to set up again. They'll have Ling vision. They should do at least. Yeah, they do. They'll have all the Ling speed and stuff. They'll very easily find everything because there's no real pressure on the map other than what's going on up here. But so if this goes down, I think survivors just lose. So they really need to hold on to this, or at least hold on to it until they can maybe make some more stuff top right or something. But Kerrigan is here. Kerrigan might kill the Warfield actually. Andrew wandering off creep to deal with this, which is fair enough. Again, only coming from one position, so it's pretty easy to deal with. He does recall to the Helios base. Very nice. Does lose a lot of eco here. He's invested completely in those planetaries. Does still have this up though, which is fucked. Can't believe this is still alive. Where's the Neadra? She's backed off to creep by the looks of it. Looking around the map, yeah, she's on creep. I mean, if elementalists weren't here, they could just easily overwhelm the survivors with the army they have, I think. But elementalist is such a threat to send units into. He is max level anyway, I guess, so it's not like you're feeding him, but he is going to have a pretty easy time clearing most things. And sitting behind these units with the push as well is really nice. If they send units, you do well at killing them. If they send the hero, you've kind of got a buffer with the units, and then you can just start damaging the hero. It's a real rough spot for the Zerg to be in, but maybe they could get a pick off on some heroes. Where's the Helios hero? That would be a big pick off actually. If they can take out the hero, it's hidden over here. I mean, Ling Vision, they might find it, but more likely what's going to happen is they kill the pylons, and then they just like they probably don't see it. It's unlikely that they see it at the same time. I mean, yeah, this is going to be more of a loss of eco, but still, this is up. I mean, it's just going to be so hard for them to snipe the Helios. Maybe they could snipe the Warfield, but he's playing very well. He's not, I wouldn't say playing safely, but he is very safe while he's being aggressive. He's controlling his hero well, positioning well. The Prophet is a potential snipe. I mean, he's half out. No one's healing this poor guy. No one's repairing him. Elementalist is definitely a possibility, but they, I think it's pretty much impossible to kill him unless he misplays a huge amount, which is it's not a great position to be in, hoping your opponent plays poorly to get a kill on them. Because it doesn't really matter how well you play in this position. As long as Ali is playing like fairly competently, he will survive. He pretty much has to micro like shit and be completely out of position. And at the moment he's doing, well, neither of them really. That's fucking ambitious. Throws out the stem plus sticky bomb while Hydras were being spawned. If Hydras were right-clicked onto the Warfield there, he would just die, because he dropped down to like within range of a few shots of Hydras. Fortunately for him, it did not happen. I mean, and they can jump on top of the alley here, but he can just run back to his teammates. I think we're about to see the end. Huge push incoming. This guy hasn't Storm Orb this game, or not Storm Orb, Storm, what is it called? Lightning Field, or whatever it's called. Lightning Storm? Anyway, he hasn't, like, 100 to 0 them with his Elementalist spell. So, I don't know, maybe he's putting a restriction on himself, trying to make things difficult. I feel like he could. He is level 100, he is quite ahead. He does have points in intelligence, which I think is a very important thing for that build. I guess Kerrigan has mana drain, which is big, but I feel like he could probably just do it here, right? Yeah, okay, he does do it there. And then poor Kerrigan dashes into the middle of an army and just gets melted down. Not by the Elementalists, because he did get drained to 0 mana, but just by all the units. Well played to those survivors, particularly the Helios. and kind of the warfield too.